We'll get right into it. Thank God I'm not on camera because I look slightly crazy for a second. But anyway, oh wait, did I turn this off? Yeah. First off, before I get into the 70% hearing loss, for some, the Twitter has the for you tab, and it just brings up all. Sometimes the stuff is, in my opinion, it's either I can love whatever's on the for you tab, or I could absolutely hate what is on the for you tab. Like, it gets on my nerves, and for some reason, I've been seeing a lot of. Okay, wait. Okay, I know what it is now. I think Nick Knight or somebody, the Born This Way outtakes, photo outtakes. I mean, yeah, Born This Way album photo outtakes were like leaked or something like that. Which I'm like, is this really a leak? Because I feel like we've seen these photos before, or maybe we've seen some of them before. Like, it's nothing like shocking. It's nothing like amazing to like. Let me stop saying like. It's nothing amazing to just be gawking over. They're just giant photos, and they're the regular photos, untouched. Not untouched. They're just the Born This Way photos are just cropped photos. And it's hilarious because she's just sitting in this white chair. In this chair with this white, like bra or whatever on. Not a bra, but this top on. And it's basically, I guess you would call it a beauty shot. You would probably call it a beauty shot. So that happened. And so then Nick Knight contacted Lady Gaga Now, and maybe other fan pages, and asked them to take down the photos. And so I guess that kind of concluded to Gaga's management going after that and like really trying to get those taken down. And then people were like, tons of things have leaked, tons of things have not done well, and yada yada yada. But you want to come after these cropped photos? Like, exactly. That's how I feel too. Like, these photos are just amazing. Like, they're just untouched Born This Way photos. Photoshop Born This Way photos. Like, I just don't understand. But anyway, so that ensued to a lot of discourse yet again about Chromatica. And I somehow read that Chromatica, the Stupid Love, was not supposed to be the first single. Lady Gaga wanted Replay to be the first single. And one of the producers that y'all don't like, allegedly, quote unquote, convinced her that Stupid Love would be a better single, which I'm so sick of this conversation because who gives up anymore? Like, it's over. Like, the flop has flopped. Like, it's not a flop, but the rejection has happened. Like, get over it. I'm so sick of it. Y'all need to move on to something else. Because first of all, I like Stupid Love. I was bopping to Stupid Love from the day it started, from the day it was released to the day I went to that fucking Chromatica ball. Like, we were bopping in that place. Like, I don't understand what is this. Like, Stupid Love is such a great song. Replay is such a great song also, but it's like, I don't understand. I just don't understand the like discourse, because actually Chromatica is a really great album, and any of those songs could have been the number one. Could have been a single. Stupid Love does have like a little bit of a more poppy flair, but then you have the Replay with the Diana Ross sample, which is really great. So I'm like, who cares? But weirdly, the weird thing I'm trying to figure out, how do you convince a 35-year-old woman what to do about her career? How do you do that? That's my thing. Like, if she wanted Replay to be the single, Replay would have been the single. And who told y'all that anyways? So y'all just be talking. I'm just like, I'm so over it. But anyways, that I had to like block somebody because I'm so sick of like reading. I'm so sick of Twitter bringing like that kind of, and it's the same stuff over. Replay should have been a better single. Like I feel like if the pandemic didn't really happen, if the pandemic didn't happen or was contained like it was supposed to be, I think Chromatica would have had a different experience with the general public. But yet again, Stupid Love went to number 3 on the Billboard. Rain on Me was number 1. It was a number 1 album. Like I kind of don't understand the sort of discourse. Yeah, there could have been like better videos. Yeah, there could have been more videos, more singles. But then you have to think about it like, who is like making music like that today? Not who's making music like that. I mean, what the hell did I just do? Nobody's making like albums with like Janet Jackson and I Am Sasha Fierce and Rhythm Nation and Teenage Dream. Nobody's making albums and having like 4 or 5, 6 singles anymore. You're getting 2 singles at the most, and then they call it a day. So I'm just like, I don't know what y'all want out of things. Like I feel like we have to like get our minds to current times, as hard as that can be, because even with my own favorite Beyonce, why this lady is not promoting Renaissance, like why wasn't she singing on SNL, The View, whatever, why she wasn't promoting it like normal people do? It's just like you have to like you have to get your mind together with like the rest. So anyways, let me get on to off of there. This dude, Graham, Graham Breitenstein. I didn't really care at first, but then like this morning, I decided to take a listen. And in his Ivy Park, he was talking about how, first of all, wait. When he was talking about, he started off like, I'm a Virgo. And once he said those 2 words, or 3 words, I'm sorry, I was like, oh, he's about to go the F in. Like, we don't play. When we're ready to air some shit out, we're going to air it out. And it's going to be the truth. And so, Brian, what's his name? Graham. Why do I keep calling him Brian? Maybe because he looks like a Brian. Graham was like, he got hearing loss. 70% of his hearing loss was on the Monster Ball tour, the Fame tour, whatever, I don't know, one of the early shows. He's been with Lady Gaga forever. He was on that tour, and I guess during that tour his hearing became horrible, and he lost 70% of it in his left ear or something like that. And so then he was like, hey y'all, I need some help, help me out. And they were like, we'll just give you some like shots or whatever. So they finally get back. He was in Europe when he found that out, when he was like, oh, something's wrong with my hearing. So he gets back to America, and he's like, he went to some place in Dallas, an air place, and they were like, okay, well, we're 6 weeks out from this injury, and you've lost 70% of your hearing. I thought it was like over time, but this is the beginning. And he's like 24, and he's like, you lost 70% of your hearing, and at 2 weeks, we're able to give you some steroid shots and cure it, basically. Which is horrible. Like, this is horrible news. Thinking about it, like, oh my God, how devastating. I can't get it back because I waited too long because these heifers ain't got no insurance, and these people are horrible on tour, and they just want you to give you your body. Like, it's crazy. So he said he went to Richie, who everybody hates. Everybody hates Richie. What's his name? Richie Squirrel Jackson, whatever his name is. Everybody hates Richie. One thing I was reading about, I read that it was a Rolling Stone article about all the dancers coming together and telling about Richie. One thing I can say I feel like is the pipeline to Richie's nastiness is Lorianne Gibson. I feel like if you watch Making the Band, Lorianne Gibson was nasty for no fucking reason. And I feel like she's the pipeline to Richie feeling like he can talk to people any type of way, embarrass them on stage, tell this man with the 70% hearing loss that don't make a big deal about it because you're going to get fired. And then there was like this thing. I think the ultimate question that I have is, where is Stephanie Germanata in all of this? It kind of comes off fake with like the we're a family type shit. He was saying, okay, wait. See, everything, once you start talking, everything can be picked at. Because he was saying, and I'm not saying like he's not valid. I'm not trying to victim shame either. But he did say they had like intimate conversations with each other. But like, how do you hide from your boss that 70% of one ear is missing? Like the loss is like, I don't get that. From your boss, your friend, because he did say they had like intimate conversations together, and he felt like they had a companionship, relationship, him and Lady Gaga. So I'm just like, where something's lost in here. And I really wish like he did pipe up and say something, because I then feel like if she knew, she would have made the right accommodations or made the right situation. Like I don't really see her as the monster, a monster, not the monster. I don't see her as a monster towards the people around her, her creative team, everybody like that, dancers, anybody. I don't see her as like a nasty person. So I really wish he did say something to her or to management, because I feel like this probably could have been a different story. But ultimately, I think he was just trying to air out that Richie Jackson ain't shit and y'all are right, and he stands with everybody else, and Richie Jackson needs to go away. But then there's this other side of the coin that these tweets that I came across. Somebody said it's upsetting to see Lady Gaga still working with liking. Oh, okay, yeah. This part, liking and commenting on Richie's post even after all the dancers left due to abuse. Maybe it was like contractual. Honestly, after that article, I would have been in hiding if I was Richie, because how embarrassing is it to have this article with like 6, 7, 8, 10 dancers talking shit about you, and you about to go out on the road on tour from Europe to Japan to America. Oh, hell no, I'm going in hiding. And nobody about to cut me out here in these streets. This is crazy. But anyways, now I'm thinking like maybe it's like contractual obligations. She can't be this like shut away from that article. Both of them can't be that shut away from the article. There's no way he has changed overnight. I don't really know a whole bunch like about this like dancer stuff, but yeah. But anyways, everybody in the house doesn't stand for the message she promotes. Start holding your friends accountable. Now, my question to this person was, your friends accountable or Lady Gaga accountable? Because at the end of the day, you can't be out here be kinding and Born This Way foundationing and all this other stuff while the second man in charge out here treating everybody like shit. Like you can't be. It's so ridiculous. Little by little, her team seems to be cracking at the in her association. Also, there's like this big thing how Lady Gaga is like the biggest. I'm just talking at this point on random shit. Lady Gaga is like one of the biggest digital artists. But yeah, the lady has like what, 2, 1.5, maybe 3 tour DVDs. Like, I feel like there's a disconnect. And I asked somebody this. I was like, what is the disconnect with Lady Gaga, I guess, quote unquote, finishing things? And that could even, I feel like, is she cursed? Because Homegirl only finished, what, like, 2 out of the, like, what, 5? What is it? Monster Ball, Monster, whatever, Born This Way, Art Rave, Joanne. She finished Enigma, but that doesn't count. We're not gonna count those. And then we have Chromatica Ball. Was she finished? No, she didn't. Okay, she almost finished Chromatica Ball. That's the sad part. She almost finished it. She was right there. I basically saw the last Chromatica show in Houston. Shout out to me. But anyways, she finished like what? 3 out of the 6 shows. Is she cursed? Like, I don't understand. Maybe she needs like better guidance. See, this is where Madonna could have came in and helped this little child grow up in the industry instead of hating and shitting on her for 10 years. I think that's all I gotta say. But yeah, but my question is, what does Lady Gaga do from here? Because I feel like at some point you gotta talk about this, especially with Homeboy with the 70% hearing loss that allegedly you didn't know about. Like, you gotta say something. You gotta, like, Richie and I are done. Richie has changed, even though he hasn't. Y'all gotta say something. Let me know what y'all think. My Instagram is mylovemyneedtonight. That's all I gotta say about this. Let me know what the monsters are talking about or how you feel.